Hey everyone, video number 6, stand-up top style. This is a video based on the current state of my 1968 top stand-ups, and let's get started. Ken McBride of the LA Angels. This is a pretty cool card. They are very difficult to find, not punched out and bent back on the line. So to find cards like this in decent shape is pretty difficult, and they go for a significant amount if they're not bent and used as intended. There are some that are had for a few dollars and some that go for a couple hundred based on the scarcity and everything, but for the most part I have pretty much commons to start with. I do have a few stars that I'll show you, but Ken McBride is one of the 68s that I do have currently. And Dick Stewart for the Red Sox is another one of the stand-ups that is still intact. Nice card, good color, nice condition. For the KC Athletics, Jim Gentile. The KC Athletics, which is really unique, obviously because of their move later, but it's nice to find these old cards in decent shape, and also shares the history of where teams have come from and where they've been. I would say a large majority of my interest in the vintage is because of the history that the cards tell, and this would be one of them that have, which is now a team that has been moved. Go back to the Angels and Albie Pearson, who's an outfielder, again intact, nice color, really nice shape. I have had people ask me, or friends ask me, if I've been interested in maybe sending him in to get graded. I've considered it. I don't know how well these grade. I don't know how strict PSA is in how these are graded, so I'm on the fence, so to speak, about sending him in. But I will say that I do think they would look really nice in slabs, and maybe someday. Another Angel, Lee Thomas. Another really good looking card, intact. I am curious about the centering in terms of if they were to get graded, because as you can see, you know, down here we've got the name box that is a little offset to the left, but then if you look at, you know, the edges compared to, or the distance between the name box here and also the text on the card, I don't know if that's considered to be centered, off-centered, or what. So that's one of my reservations before sending in, but Lee Thomas is a sharp-looking card, I think. And here's the one that started it all, Rich Rollins. This was originally purchased to start a Twins team set, and as I started doing a little research on the set itself, I realized that it was probably something that I could obtain and for a fairly reasonable price, and therefore that's when I started seeking out the others. So this one is the starter for it, and plus it's Twins, so my favorite team, so I got to be happy with it. This might be one of the rougher condition cards I have from this set so far. Sticking with the Twins is quite possibly the greatest Twin of all time, Harmon Killebrew. I know some Kirby Puckett fans might disagree, but hard to argue with Harmon's Hall of Fame career and all that he did for the franchise. And this one's a little bit more difficult to find, not, you know, cut out and bent. So to find that one was a little bit more difficult, but was able to find it. So Harmon's in that set and now in the collection. The last two that I have currently are definitely the most expensive and the most hard to find in nice shape. And here's Willie Mays. Anytime you get a Willie Mays from a vintage set, it's always really cool to see and cool to have. Arguably one of the greatest players of all time. I've read a lot about him. Was not able to ever watch him, obviously, but just a dynamic player. And the last card that I have at the moment for this set is the Sandy Koufax. As a Twins fan, he broke a lot of our hearts in 1965 and dominated us in the World Series. However, I will say that the Dodgers are my second favorite team, and I think that's based mostly upon the history of the game and what they've accomplished. And obviously he is an iconic figure in baseball history and arguably one of the greatest of all time as far as pitchers go, but obviously for the left-handers. There's my current situation, an update on the 68 top stand-ups. And if you ever want to contact me, chat about cards, do some trades, whatever, you can reach me at lpsadamson@gmail.com. Appreciate y'all watching. Have a great night. Thank you.